Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Because today our okay guys, because today our lecture cannot attend, then for those who are on duty for today presentation can begin. And if at 3 p.m. the Zoom link dies, you can rejoin at the same link. Thank you. So for today who has duty on presentation can begin.
Oke, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
We from group F will presentate our about what we learned in the book chapter 10. But before that, may I share the screen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So in this chapter, we can learn about how to draw conclusion about who, what, when, and where. Ya, materi selanjutnya akan dilanjutkan oleh teman saya yang akan menjelaskan tentang penggunaan kata who. Kepada Mbak Nisa dipersilakan. What?
Okay, thank you moderator. Draw conclusions about who, what, when, and where. As you listen to each talk, you should be trying to set the situation in your mind. As you did with long conversations, you should be thinking the following thoughts. Jadi saat kalian mendengarkan setiap pembicaraan, kalian harus mencoba mengatur situasi dalam pikiran kalian. Seperti dalam percakapan yang panjang, kalian harus memikirkan beberapa hal berikut ini, yaitu who is talking, siapa yang berbicara, when does the talk probably take place, kapan pembicaraan itu mungkin terjadi, where does the talk probably take place, di mana pembicaraan itu mungkin terjadi, what course is the talk concerned with, hal apakah yang dibicarakan, dan what is the source of information for the talk, apa sumber informasi untuk pembicaraan itu. Jadi ada 4 poin penting yang akan dibahas, yaitu who, when, where, dan what, yang akan jadi pembahasan sentral kita hari ini. Yang pertama itu yang akan saya jelaskan adalah what. What can be used to question about subject and object and is most common questions what. Jadi what bisa digunakan sebagai pertanyaan, dan kata ini adalah kata pertanyaan yang paling umum. For example, what do you see? What happened? Kemudian yang kedua yaitu where. Where is most commonly used as an adverb to define a location or position. Jadi where adalah kata yang sering kita temui yang digunakan untuk mendefinisikan lokasi dan posisi. For example, where do you go? The place is so dark, where the sunlight don't shine a bit. Mungkin itu saja yang saya sampaikan, kurang dan lebihnya saya mohon maaf. Selanjutnya saya serahkan kepada moderator.
Okay, thank you for the explanation. So that's how we use or we detect what in paragraph and where in paragraph. The next will be explained by Raffi.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Next, when. Okay. And now I want to explain about when. When used to inform about time. When can be used to question about time too. Jadi when ini kata kapan digunakan untuk menginformasikan mengenai waktu. When juga bisa digunakan untuk menanyakan soal yang mengenai tentang waktu. For example, when did it happen? It happened when I wasn't at home. Okay. Next. And who. Who used to introduce a clause giving further information about a person or people usually mentioned. Jadi who ini digunakan untuk memperkenalkan klausa informasi mengenai informasi di masa yang akan datang mengenai seseorang atau orang-orang. Who used to question about person mostly and can be used to refer another human subject. Dan who bisa juga digunakan untuk menanyakan perorangan dan juga digunakan untuk referensi mengenai subjek lainnya. For example, who are you talking about? Who are you? Another example, as the guy who asked me says the one who you mentioned. Okay, next. Next. Okay. From the explanation that I and my friend Lisa said earlier, now let's see the example to learn how to find this question in the paragraph. Contohnya seperti ini, teman-teman. The next stop on our tour of Atlanta will be the original home of Coca-Cola at 107 Marietta Street. Coca-Cola was manufactured at this location until early in September of 1888. Nah, jadi yang ditanyakan, who is probably talking a talk with? Where are they? They're Atlanta. When does the talk take place? In the middle of a tour. In what condition the conversion occurs? It occurred in a tour. Ya, mungkin hanya itu yang dapat saya sampaikan. Selebihnya saya kembalikan kepada moderator.
Okay, thank you, Raffi, for the explanation. So that concludes all of our material in this chapter. So next we will do some exercise with audio.
Listen to the first part of each of the talks and try to imagine the situation. Then answer the questions in the text. Talk 1. Listen to the beginning of Talk 1 and try to imagine the situation.
Welcome to Biology 101. I'm Professor Martin, and this is your laboratory assistant, Peter Smith. This course meets twice a week for lecture and once a week for laboratory assignments.
Number 1. Listen to the
Okay, we will try to answer the question pada Mbak Diah. Dipersilakan untuk coba menjelaskan bagaimana menjawabnya.
Okay, thank you to moderator. In this part, we will discuss about exercise. And then for the beginning, we discuss talk 1. Welcome to Biology 101. I am Professor Martin, and this is your laboratory assistant, Peter Smith. This course meets twice a week for lecture and once a week for laboratory assignment. Yang artinya, selamat datang di Biologi 101. Saya Profesor Martin dan ini asisten laboratorium Anda, yaitu Peter Smith. Kursus ini akan ada pertemuan 2 kali seminggu untuk kuliah dan seminggu sekali untuk tugas laboratorium. And then for the first question is, who is probably talking? I think anyone from dari anak-anak dari teman-teman mungkin ada yang bisa menjawab gitu. Let's discuss it. Who can answer? Please raise your hand. Ada yang bisa jawab? Teman-teman, dari teman-teman mungkin. Apa langsung aja ini dibahas?
Ya, boleh. Atau tunggu dulu kali ya, mungkin ada yang mau menjawab.
Oke.
Maybe someone who wants to answer this question.
Oke, karena belum ada yang bisa menjawab, langsung aja ini langsung dibahas. Jadi untuk pertanyaan yang pertama, who is probably talking? Siapa yang berbicara? Di sini there is keyword from first sentence. This is I'm Professor Martin. So the answer of who is probably talking is Professor Martin. Kemudian the next question is where does the talk probably take place? Nah, di sini ada keywordnya sama di first sentence, yaitu yang welcome to biology 101. Jadi the answer for where does the talk probably take place is biology 101. And then the next question is when does the talk probably take place? Karena di sini Profesor Martin lagi memperkenalkan tentang siapa Peter Smith. Jadi di sini buat kapannya itu in the middle of course. Ya, karena di situ ada yang discourse meets twice a week di situ. Ya. Kemudian the next question is what course is being discussed. Ini tentang kan yang dibicarakan adalah tentang discourse meets twice a week for lecture and once a week for laboratory assignment. So the answer is meeting of course. Okay, I think enough for me. Saya kembalikan kepada moderator.
Okay, thank you Dia for answering the exercise from talk 1. Next, we will be doing exercise from talk 2 with my friend with Mutamimah.
Okay, thank you for the time. You can look at the PowerPoint slide. Silakan dicermati kalimatnya. Kalimat ini membahas tentang vulkanus atau gunung berapi yang terletak di Ring of Fire, di cincin api. Kira-kira begitu. Yang berada di daerah Pasifik dan Amerika Serikat, seperti contoh gunung berapinya seperti Gunung St. Helens, Gunung Fuji, dan Aconcagua, Argentina. Lalu lanjut saja ke pertanyaan yang pertama, the first question, who is probably talking? From this sentence, we can imagine that the speaker is the person who controls the class, the classroom situation, and guides the learning process in the classroom. Jadi dari paragraf ini kita tahu bahwa orang yang berbicara di situ adalah orang yang memiliki kendali dalam kelas, mengendalikan situasi kelas, dan juga membimbing proses pembelajaran dalam kelas. So, it can be concluded the one who probably talks in this class is teacher or lecturer. Jadi kita bisa simpulkan bahwa sekiranya yang berbicara ini adalah seorang guru, kalau tidak ya dosen. Kita bisa tahu dari kalimat pertama, keywordnya ada di kalimat pertama. In yesterday's class, we discussed the volcanoes located in the area known as the Ring of Fire, bla bla bla. Lalu di akhir kalimat juga disebutkan, mention that today we are going to discuss the volcanoes of Hawaii, which are quite different from the volcanoes in the Ring of Fire. Di sini jelas bahwa seorang yang berbicara itu bisa kita bayangkan kalau orang yang berbicara itu sedang berada di depan kelas, sedang memandu proses pembelajaran. So we can conclude that the speaker or who talking in the class is teacher or lecturer. Next to the second question, where does the talk probably take place? From the first and second sentence, dari kalimat pertama dan kedua, mentioned that they discussed about their course yesterday in class. Mention that disebutkan bahwa mereka ini sedang mendiskusikan pembelajaran kemarin di kelas. Mereka membahas tentang gunung berapi. So it can be concluded that the talk probably take place is classroom, in the classroom. Jadi kita bisa simpulkan kalau mereka ini sedang melaksanakan diskusi mereka ini di dalam kelas, in the classroom. Next to the third question, when does the talk probably take place? Kapan kira-kira ini terjadi? From the last sentence, di kalimat terakhir, the speaker or teacher or lecturer itu berkata, say that today we are going to discuss the volcanoes of Hawaii, which are quite different from the volcanoes in the Ring of Fire. So it can be concluded that the talk probably take place is today. Jadi waktu mereka membicarakan itu adalah today. Karena pada kalimat sebelumnya mereka ini menceritakan apa yang mereka bahas kemarin, kemudian melanjutkan bahasan kemarin dengan bahasan yang ada di hari ini. Lalu pada the fourth question, what course is being discussed? Okay, based on the text, berdasarkan teks, the topic being discussed is about the Hawaii volcanoes as shown in the sentence. Today we are going to discuss the volcanoes of Hawaii, blah blah blah. And also, based on the text in the first sentence that mentioned, they discuss about the volcanoes. Mereka mendiskusikan tentang gunung berapi seperti such as Mount St. Helens, Mount Fuji. So we can conclude, it can be concluded that course being discussed is about geography, tentang geografi. Karena yang dibicarakan adalah tentang gunung berapi. I think this is all I can explain. I'll return to the moderator. Thank you.
Thank you, Mutamima, for explaining the exercise from talk 2. Next is from talk 3, which will be explained by me. Okay, so the paragraph says that I hope you've enjoyed your visit so far in Washington D.C. Today we are going to on a tour to Smithsonian. The question, so there are 3 questions. The first is who is probably talking, yang artinya siapa yang kira-kira ngomong nih. So from the paragraph we can kita bisa mendeteksi, melihat atau meneliti bahwa ini tuh mereka lagi tour, lagi jalan-jalan ya, tour. So who is probably talking is probably a tour guide. The next is where does the talk probably take place? From this short paragraph, we can imagine that mereka tuh lagi dalam perjalanan ke Smithsonian ya, dari mungkin dari hotelnya atau dari tempat bermalamnya seperti itu. Jadi so where does the talk probably take place is in the way to Smithsonian. At the way to Smithsonian. Jadi jawabannya dalam perjalanan ke Smithsonian. Number 3, the last. When does the talk probably take place? It's mentioned in the paragraph that the tour guide says today we are going tour to Smithsonian. So the answer for number 3 is exactly today, hari ini. Jadi let me saya coba rangkum semua pertanyaan ini atau who, where, when seperti itu tidak semuanya tercantum dalam teks. Kita bisa temui atau kita bisa cari jawabannya dengan menggunakan imajinasi atau dengan kayak seperti tadi yang talk 1, bahwa di sini bahwa di sini ditanya kapan pembicaraan ini berlangsung. Kita bisa kita bisa simpulkan atau dari melihat paragraf itu kita bisa tahu bahwa pembicaraan itu berlangsung saat di tengah-tengah pelajaran itu. atau saat mulainya pelajaran, jadi tengah-tengah gitu. The next is this, interesting, menarik. Nomor 4 di talk 2. Jadi kita bisa tahu bahwa ilmu pegunungan itu masuk dalam ilmu geografi. Jadi bisa menggunakan teori dan menggunakan logika. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.